Those are empty, sir. Ready to go.
That was President Mike Pence getting caught in a little bit of an embarrassing hot mic moment, asking if he could carry boxes of what had personal protective equipment in them, but were now literally empty. Oops. Hilarious. Now, to be fair, Pence actually did deliver a couple of boxes, and I'll show you that because right now, Jimmy Kimmel is currently making fun of this, as are millions of people on Twitter, which is always fun. It's always fun to see. But there are right wingers that are like, check out the full video. You take it out of context. How dare you? Okay, all right. Hold on. Calm down, guys. Calm down. We've got video showing that Pence did actually lift a box.
Yep, I got it.
Look at that. See? Context. Totally fair. That said, wow, he delivered 2 boxes. Congratulations. Wow. So now, Jimmy Kimmel, and I love this. Here's what he said. Mike Pence pretending to carry empty boxes of PPE into a hospital is the perfect metaphor for who he is and what he's doing. A big box of nothing, delivering another box of nothing. To be fair, one box did look kind of heavy. So, again, are we not the fairest, most bipartisan show in America? Where I'm like, oh, at least you lifted something. I mean, kinda. All right. Anyway, so now Biden's team gets into it, and we're having fun. This is the spokesman, Matt Hill, saying this. No, Mike Pence, the healthcare heroes on the front lines don't need you to carry the empty boxes just for the camera. There are more than 75,000 Americans dead, so they don't need your jokes. They need the personal protective equipment that's going to save lives. That's fair enough. U.S. Representative Bill Pascrell, New Jersey, tweeted this. You would be hard-pressed to find a better metaphor for the comically malicious incompetence of this failed government. Damn, Bill. Damn. So that's okay. So here's the thing, right? Now, this administration, they're making your show. This is nothing but a photo op. You guys know this, right? Everybody knows this. And yes, the Trump-Pence administration is not the only administration that has ever done a ridiculous photo op like this. So let's be fair about that, right? But here's the thing: he's delivering PPEs, and he's saying, by doing this, the message is, see, we're giving PPE. What are you guys complaining about? No, we're delivering the PPE to the people who need it the most. And look, let's be fair. This is a nursing home, right? They do need the PPE. Nursing homes have been hit especially hard by COVID, right? Nonetheless, the Trump administration has been taking PPE from other places. And perhaps some of this ended up in the place, in that van for this performative photo op. In fact, according to numerous healthcare officials and state leaders, they have reported incidences in which federal authorities have intervened on local agencies' agreements with PPE vendors. In several cases, state officials reported the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, confiscated supplies within last-minute deals with no explanation, while others reported the agency had outbid them for the equipment. They say that, they were directing these supplies to places with the highest need, but without any transparency about where that PPE is going, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, we do know the places with the highest need. Big cities, New York, LA, Boston, Seattle, places that they've had, are generally large cities. Those are the hot spots, right? So now, unfortunately, that PPE doesn't seem to be getting where it needs to go because the federal government keeps swooping in and taking it. In fact, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti had told the New York Times that FEMA stepped in at the last minute of a deal the city had with one of its usual suppliers to buy 1 million masks. A New Jersey County official told local media an order of 35,000 N95 and other masks were quote-unquote commandeered by the federal government. And a leader of the private healthcare company Kaiser Permanente told staff members the company had found 20 million masks to purchase, but the feds actually seized that shipment before they were even able to acquire it, according to the Times. So we don't know what they're doing with this stuff. Now they say, well, don't worry, we're redirecting it to the places with the greatest need once we figure out where that is. Okay, but while we're waiting for you to do that, there are places that have ordered these masks and that have paid for these masks, right? Or tried to, that no longer have this equipment. Again, New York has a hell of a shortage. And so, look, that's a big issue, right? And we don't know, where exactly they're going to distribute it as well. Knowing the Trump-Pence administration, I would think that they would be delivering it to red state governors. And I understand that they have a need, and their need is significant too. But you want to deliver it to the places with the most need. The places with the most need are the places with the most people, which means bigger cities, and bigger cities are generally more blue. And let's be honest about that. In places like California and New York. So, but I think we see kind of where some of that at least is getting delivered. And that's unfortunately to places where Pence can get a photo op. And that's what this is about. But again, this isn't the only time that a politician has taken the time to do a ridiculous photo op for no reason. Now, the only difference here is that you have a pandemic and where these supplies are imminently needed. But other situations where you have ridiculous photo ops, or remember Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan at the soup kitchen, ladling out soup for like 2 minutes and then they're gone. So look, a lot of politicians do this. And there is a history of terrible photo ops for politicians coming in for a couple of minutes, doing a little bit, tiny bit of something, and then, all right, gone. You got the pictures, let's roll. They're disconnected from everyday Americans. The only person I could ever see actually going and doing something like that, not just going in for the photo op, but actually there's a couple of people that I would see doing that. One would be Jimmy Carter, right? Jimmy Carter is like 9 million years old, and he is out there still building houses for homeless people. Jimmy Carter would come in not to do a photo op, but this guy would be like, all right, what do we do? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend the whole day helping homeless people or, helping the elderly or whatever, right? I'm going to spend the whole day doing this. I don't care if there's a photo op. Yeah, if you want to snap a picture or two, that's fine. But we got stuff to do. We got work to be done. That's Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is a real person, right? This guy, he knows what's up. He would totally do it. The other person that I think would do it, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, look, we have numerous stories of him going and actually walking the picket line. I remember Barack Obama saying, hey, man, look, in Wisconsin, if we have this right to work stuff, I will grab my walking shoes and I will walk the picket line. Not once did I see Obama's walking shoes. But Bernie Sanders would actually walk that walk because he has as a sitting congressman. And so there again, those are the two people that I could see wouldn't do a ridiculous photo op like this. But Pence and Trump, you don't even see Trump out there. Remember his last attempt at photo op was him throwing paper towels at people in Puerto Rico. I mean, come on. Yeah, everybody knows that would be an absolute disaster. That's probably why it's not happening. But most of these politicians, it just really shows how disconnected they are from the average American person, and how really everything that they do is just for the cameras, and is nothing more than performative art and BS. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm gonna have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.